The crook in my neck. There's a crook in my neck. It's got so used to being there it doesn't want to go. I implore it to leave, but it says no. I remind it of all it's missing out on, that there's a beautiful world out there waiting for it. It's been there so long, I'm sure it's already served its time for whatever nefarious deed it committed. There's no need to punish yourself anymore, I tell it. I call it an it, because I'm not sure whether it's male or female. Perhaps it's both. It's more like an energy, or some wicked force of nature, than a being of any particular gender. It's a hard-headed thing though, this crook in my neck. It doesn't listen to reason, only to what it feels. Like a bird who chooses to stay in its cage. This is all I've ever known, it says. But there's so much more to life than this little nook in my neck, I tell the little crook. So many places to go, sights to see. It is true that my pleading is more for my sake than its, for as long as it stays, this pain in my neck remains. What crime did you commit in the first place, to be sentenced to this small cramped space just above my shoulder under my left ear? Considering your determination to stay, the joy it must give you to cause me pain, I'm sure it was something spiteful and selfish. Who did you hurt? What did you take that wasn't yours? Even this it enjoys, my constant questioning, its refusal to answer. Maybe it makes it feel special. I sense that if I knew what it did to end up here in the nook of my neck, this knowledge alone would be enough to remove it once and for all. To make things worse, sometimes it moves around, this little crook, into my legs, settling at times in the pit of my stomach, and when it's feeling particularly cruel, up into my rib cage. I've tried everything, all sorts of pillows and mattresses, medicines, herbs, ancient candle-lit rituals. None of it works. Against all my protests it remains, the little wretch. You're no better than me, it barks back at me as I curse it. For if you were, I would be forced to vacate the premises. Your body, though, weak as it is, makes for an inviting environment for me to nest in. I am warm and safe in the little nook in your neck, little man, so why would I ever want to leave? Both day and night it taunts me, the sadist. And so one day, I thought I'd try the only thing I hadn't tried so far. There's always something. What if I use reverse psychology on it, I thought. Yes, I'll tell the criminal to stay as long as it likes, that I love it and cherish it and don't ever want it to leave me. Will it be disgusted by this outpouring of emotion and finally go away? And so one morning I tried it. I woke as usual with the tremendous pain in my neck, but this time I refused to respond the same way. Oh, what a wonderful day, I said out aloud. What a lovely feeling this is in my neck. How comforting and reassuring it is, this pain which reminds me that I am alive. And I continued, against all reason, to express my love in detail, so much so that I almost began to believe it myself. Come, my little friend, let us rest in a jacuzzi together. Let's visit the steam room, the sauna, spend a day at the spa, get a full body massage. I said all this while smiling, at times laughing with great joy, as the little crook grew wary and less sure of itself. At first it panicked, rushing around the insides of my body like some crazed, startled snake, trying to find another little space that had yet to be corrupted by my loving acceptance. It rose up into my temples, tried to anchor itself in my frontal lobe, before shooting up and down my spine, trying to latch onto some part of me which still felt familiar. I held fast to my mission though, determined not to utter another negative word, as it pushed, poked, and prodded around my interior, eager to provoke a reaction. But no, it wouldn't get one. I'll kill it with kindness, I thought. And as the days passed, its presence grew weaker. Its once intense rages now a muffled moaning, begging me to leave it alone. With more and more discipline, I felt less and less pain. And then one day, it was gone, just like that, without even saying goodbye. It just up and left. Somewhat skeptical, I wondered if this was a trick. Was it hiding somewhere only to pop its little crook head up when I least expected it? No, I was finally free of this thing. It felt like a fog lifting, the fresh scent of a new dawn, grey rain clouds withering away to reveal the beautiful bright blue sky behind. It was gone. And now as I sit back on my veranda watching the sunrise, no longer suffering the torment and torture I had become so accustomed to, able to move my head right and left without restriction, I am filled with an enriching sense of agency, both pleasant and satisfying. And yet, if I am honest, as silly as it may sound, I admit that I sometimes miss that little crook.